What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to the War Robots 9.2 update. An update so big and game-changing that I decided to make an update changelog for you here in this video. The game will literally be an entirely different one after it lands, and I'll explain and summarize for you here. If you like this type of video and you like to stay up to date, consider subscribing. I really appreciate it, and of course I'll do it more often for you as well. The update will have the Yamantau finally in the remastered version. You can see some of that right here. A few pictures. We have new ramps leading up to certain spots and making the accessibility of the map better. More cover also, because it's going to be a very snipey heavy map. That's what Yamantau has always been like, and it's going to be like that again. So it's coming, it's finally here. In very shortly, the update will land, as they say here, on all platforms, and that's going to be crazy. There's a Retro Treasures event where we can somehow dive underwater and find treasures and stuff. I don't know, maybe you can find gear, win it, I don't know. I'm not sure how this is supposed to happen, because we all know what happens with robots when they fall into the water, right? So yeah, new stuff coming into this update. Obviously the new Ophiron robot, which is this bad boy right here. We've already seen gameplay on the test server. If you want to see some of it right now, because you maybe missed out on that, link in the top right corner right now, or video description pinned comment, my gameplay from the test server, showing you some of that stuff in action. Quick and short, it's a snake, and it's crawling in the on the ground, and somehow it's able to fly, activate an absorber. It's basically an Ares, because it gets built-in weapons shooting the enemy, dealing increased Titan damage, has an absorber when activating the ability, but this one flies at the same time. And then he also has improved firepower when you block damage with your shield. Pretty cool. I'm gonna be looking forward to this one. Also, we have a new special editions of Baihu Lynx and Baihu Steak. Obviously, gameplay coming as soon as I can do it. New Ultimate version, Ares and Pulsar. We've seen that on the test server as well. We have also new weapons. Xephos light weapon, Lapras medium, and Cestus heavy. Those are the grenade launcher weapons that you can also see here on these pictures. And they shoot grenades with the blast effect that they accumulate, so their bump effect that bypasses resistance, by the way, even on flying Seraphs and stuff. So very useful. There's also the new Shai drone, Shai? It's supposed to be pretty universal. More about this in a second. And the new pilot for the Ophion as well. So yeah, let's dive further down. There's also a gift marathon right now. You can win an Ox Minos equipped with all three regular shotguns. Those shotguns still deal damage, and the Ox Minos, if you have watched my top 5 best War Robots Titans videos, then you'll know that the Minos, in my opinion, scores very high in that list. Being so universal, incredibly powerful Titan, and if you don't have something like this now, that would be really cool. Get your new Titan commander and celebrate the Titan Pilots update. Minos was chosen as the main reward by the community, by the way, which is really awesome. So log in during the first week of the event and check the game news to get an Ox Minos with the 3 shotguns. Account level 21 is, however, required. This is really something you shouldn't miss out on if you have that, because he costs nothing, okay? And this Minos is the bomb, I'm telling you. So check out also my Titan video in the top right, video description down, also the link for you, because it shows you how insane the Minos really still is. Although I was using different weapons. Now, the Ophiron robot, I already described it to you. It's coming in the update. The Xephos, Lapras, and Cestus grenade launchers, I also described them. I think 500 meters range. They have pretty quick continuous reload. Something fell on the ground. I don't know what it was. So, Ultimate version Ares Pulsar is pretty obvious what it is. It's a Ares with 4 medium weapons. Do I have a picture from it? Yeah, there we go. 4 medium pulsars in this case, what it has now. And another information about ultimate weapons that probably most of you don't know, coming in a sec. I'll show you some. Or let's do it right now. It's this. Listen, from the War Robots update video. Listen to this. I didn't know this until I saw it.
Also note that ultimate weapons can no longer be destroyed by critical damage and deal increased damage in PvE mode.
When was that ever mentioned before? I didn't know this. Is this an update change around the 9.2? Probably, huh? And it's really interesting because you cannot lose your weapons. When you take a lot of damage, which I always hate when it happens to me, that my weapons fall off at 20% or 30%, it doesn't happen with ultimate weapons. That is cool. Also they deal increased damage in PvE. Also something I didn't know about, very interesting. And Ultimate Ares Pulsar fitting to this topic. Now, the new pilot, Stefan Benson, he makes it so that the flying speed of the Ophion, it's for the Ophion, the legendary pilot, for the new robot. And the flying speed is increased by 15% and the built-in weapons receive a 10% damage boost. So, definitely a powerful pilot. Shai drone, a reliable battlefield support and rapid assistance at critical moments, more than just words when it comes to drone. Shai, reliable component both for dynamic attackers and it doesn't say what it actually does. It was in this video though somewhere. Was it here?
And save it from
on damage done. Oh, you get more resistance when you deal damage. You have more HP on deployment. You get more speed when you have low durability. And and that's right, you get a last stand. This drone gives you a last stand. Of course, it's the highest level you need to have for the drone, but it's basically, you can save a passive module slot and you'll still have last stand because of this drone. It's an interesting concept, but of course, is it going to be better than a Kestrel drone, for example, or a Showdown drone, or a Beak drone? Depends, right? Because the Beak drone is really kind of the meta right now with the stealth. We have Unstable Conduit balance update, where now, I believe before the Unstable Conduit increased your damage, didn't it? Let me check if it's because I think it's not yet live. So I think we should still have the old version of the Unstable Conduit here. No. It gave you an increase of HP. No, it's already updated. It's already the new version here. I believe, I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but I think the Unstable Conduit thingy it gave you healing plus increased damage when you used it before. Apparently that changes now, and it's only a healing effect you get, but it will increase your HP from your robot temporarily by 50%, gives you 25% instant HP restore, plus the healing over time for the few seconds, 10% for a few seconds. That's pretty crazy. That is like the most insane thing. But this thing costs 70 power cells. Are you, like, this is crazy, man. 70 power cells. This is just absolutely outrageous. Or activate with gold if you don't have power cells anymore. 28 gold for pressing the button. I mean, come on, man. Imagine you use this every robot 3 times, every battle. It's like, it's an upkeep you can't even pay just for using the passive module. No, the active module there. It's too much. 870 power cells is just completely incredible. I think nothing should go more than 30 or 20 if you ask me, but we already had the 40, but 40 was top. How can you go past 40 is kind of boggles my mind there. It's just too much. Yamantau, and I would suggest not using it for this price. Quite honestly, guys, it's just too much. Anyways, Yamantau Remastered, already shown you some of it. Pretty cool. Also, you see there's more cover now in front of beacons and such. So that's definitely going to be helpful. Titan Pilots, this is the big thing. This is what I told you. The game will literally be a different one. It changes the game entirely. We have the Titan Pilots. I've made videos on the test server where our Titan Pilots have like, our Titans run around with 2 million HP or more. This is the base HP that I started with the Rook Titan. I started with 2 million HP, more even. And when I'm using the durability extender on the roulette battleship twice, then I was able to get to more than 3 million HP. That you can, by the way, restore all the time with healing and such. Robots are now completely insignificant. When the Titan Pilots, they're now arriving, and this is the moment when our regular robots are a lot less significant in the battle. Because the Titans gain so much power from this. Just give you a few examples, right? That basically a regular robot now is so insignificant and weak. I believe I have screenshots for this. I have, for example, Nessa Rick's ability. Time between the explosion of Rook's shield and replacement, and secondary ability and teleportation of new physical shields is reduced by 2 seconds. Why does it say 50% here? I'm not sure. But the Titan gets 10% more HP, the Rook. And here, look at this, Nessa Smash. Damage dealt by Rook's force field, this boom, boom, boom that happens when you land, is by a 100% increase. Double damage for this. Crazy. Then Young Lee will give you, oh, I don't have the screenshot for Young Lee, but he will give you increased Titan HP plus increased damage against Titans, and he will give you Quantum Radar when you go below 20% of your HP. And the damage boosts and HP boosts are like 5%, I believe. Or 7%. Yeah, 7% more damage to Titans, 5% Titan durability on your Titan, and then 20% you get. You see everybody in stealth. That seems okay to me. It doesn't seem completely broken, but the Nessa Rix version seems to be too much powerful for me, considering the Rook is already going to be a problem. Just saying, man. But yeah, so that's coming. And remember, Titan pilots will allow you to literally add all the pilot skills we have on our regular robots to Titans as well. 15% durability here more, 10% here more, 15% here more, 15% here more, and you run around with 2 million HP, plus Quantum Radar, plus restoring your abilities at 50%, plus this. It's insane. Titans will be 2 or 3 times more powerful from this moment on in War Robots, leaving regular robots pretty insignificant in their weight and meaning, right? So that is something that really scares me. Gotta be honest with you guys. Then balancing changes are also always interesting. We have the Nether getting a bit of a nerf. He has a longer pause between his dashes. Instead of 0.5 seconds, you can only dash 0.7 seconds between each dash. That means you can no longer double dash and then add an extra powerful long jump after it with a jump unit, because there's too much duration between the dashes, I think. But you can still do it once and then jump, so it's still going to be good. However, dash cooldown is from 5 to 7 seconds, so you will not be dashing just as much with the Nether anymore. But it's not really going to change the Nether in its power much. It's more like a slight nerf, and you'll notice it when you use your dashes a lot. You'll regenerate them slower. Angler shield durability minus 20%. I don't know why, the Angler shield never seemed too powerful to me to begin with, but the Angler itself seemed very annoying and dominant with the blinding. And this has been now addressed with an ability cooldown going from 12 to 14 seconds and a little bit of a speed nerf. I think this Angler nerf is justified, but I don't think it's changing much. Because the Angler is still going to have this, you don't want to be near him, but he's so fast that he's going to enforce the battle and get you blinded if you can't phase shift out of it or something. Yeah, it's going to be still strong, the Angler. But again, with all nerfs, I hate nerfs, because nerfs means it was introduced wrong, right? Let's be honest. If there's something needs to be nerfed, then it means it was introduced too powerful. And that is something that sadly happens all the time, because Pixonics seems to think that if things aren't overpowered, we are not interested in them. And I think otherwise, I think we're still interested if they make a good job implementing something that's interesting, maybe different, something special, something that's fun, maybe a little more powerful, but not too powerful, you know? It's my idea. Anyways, the Mars turret will shoot, if I get this right, attached to the robot, and oh yeah, love the music, man. The turret on the robot will fire slower. The shot interval is longer, therefore it fires slower, I think. Same goes for the turrets when detached or when on the robot. Both of them get a longer shot interval, so slight damage nerf to the turret of the Mars, apparently. Then Clawjaw Talon suffers from a big nerf. We have 15% more damage. That sounds like a buff, but the shot interval, so the frequency at which you shoot, goes from 0.35 seconds shots per second. No. Every 0.35 seconds you fired before, now you will fire every shot after 0.8 seconds. So before you fire pam, 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 okay? After this update you fire pam, 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 pam. Much lower damage per minute, because you get 15% damage perhaps per shot, but you shoot like more than 50% slower. So it's a drastic nerf in the damage output of these weapons. In my opinion, they need that, because it feels like a Titan shooting you when these things hit you. But again, that just means it was introduced the wrong way. It was implemented way too powerful, as it always is the case. Also, the rust effect is decreased by 25%, which probably also means a lot of difference. But it's difficult for me to understand the rust effect exactly with this 25%, how much that really means. But it definitely is a nerf also, this part. So, then we have the laser weapons, the Yuangji. I had a comment in the YouTube said, Manny, repeat with me, and he like pronounced how I need to say it, and I acted like okay, I'll do it, and I just run it back, but it's Yuangji, Ioje, and Taeja. Damage per particle plus 10%, but the weapon overheats faster, and I'm sure the overheating is drastic, the difference. So overall, this is gonna be a strong nerf of, let's say, maybe minus 20% altogether damage output. Of course, if you only fire for 2 seconds and you stop, and you fire again for 2 seconds and you stop, you probably come out not too far away from what you did before, but it will overheat faster, so it's gonna be a nerf. Prisma nerf, I don't know why. Prisma, minus 20% damage. And maybe this has something to do with Yamantau appearing. Now they know that Yamantau is a sniper map. Maybe that's why they adjust sniper weapons a little bit, but no, they don't. Because the Reaper, the new weapon, is as broken as humanly possible in this game. So, and I don't see a nerf for the Reaper, so no, apparently that's not the thing. But Reaper, obviously, completely game-breaking, really ridiculous. And there should be a strong nerf for that one inside of here too, but of course not. No, that takes 2 or 3 more months before we see that happening, it seems. But yeah, so Loki, speed increased, a little buff, repair power and durability increase for the Nightingale, interesting. A robot we don't see too much anymore, but now maybe a little more. Bulwark, also interesting, cool, must make a video about it. Aegis durability and the Aegis regeneration rate are increased, cool, 10%. And here comes the big thing, yeah! Vortex, plus 10% damage output and area effect damage from 0.3, I didn't even know there was any area effect, because it was not bypassing physical shields before, to 1.0. So that means it's a no, it's not 70%, it's a 200% increase would be 0.9. So it's like 230% of splash damage increase. From 0.3 to 1.0. It's 230% increase in splash damage. Oh, yes! Okay, so that means I'm gonna make a Vortex video really soon. Ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be big. For me, that means a lot to me. And we need obviously the same for Aphid and Thermite. And Thermite is the bigger one, so why is there no splash damage increase for this one? Needs to happen. Maybe they're just testing Vortex first and then they're rolling it out for the others too. Let's see. Flux damage plus 15%. Interesting. Flux gets a buff, whereas the Prisma got a nerf. Huh. Trident also damage boost 15%. Cool. I like it. All right. So, ladies and gents, that is the update. Do I have any more pictures? Here, remember this with the no, that's it. All right, so that's the update video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching it. Ooh, that's 18 minutes of your time that you're never gonna get back. Sorry. See you. Let's do the usual outro from that I usually did, like all the time in every video 2 years ago. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe as brutal as a man can hit for more. Thanks for bearing with me. You guys are awesome as always. Manny signing off. Bye-bye. Gee, I actually forgot how to do my outro. Gotta do it more often. So, see you then. Bye.